And what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome. This is your first visit. My name is Matt. On this channel, I review brand new cars. Today, I'm at Bozard Ford in St. Augustine, Florida with this brand new 2026 Ford Explorer. For the first time ever, we have the Tremor trim, and this particular one is the top of the line. It's fully loaded. It's got the upgraded powertrain. It's got the ultimate package. Today, I'll take you on a complete tour of it. We're going to check it out. Exterior, interior, technology, and of course, the test drive. If you enjoy watching videos like this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you like anything about this video, give me a thumbs up. And now let's get back to this. And the Explorer, of course, needs no introduction. And last year, it undergone some refresh, especially on the interior. And this year, for the first time ever, we have the Tremor trim. And it's not just a rebadge from the Timberline that we've seen on the previous years. It adds so many more off-road oriented features, another option for the powertrain. But before we get to all that, let's start with the exterior. And it looks very sharp, especially in this Marsh gray color. I like this indent right on top of the hood. Of course, we have Explorer spelled out, and we have the LED lights, daytime running lamps, turn signals, LED fog lamps right here. And if you notice, right in this trim piece that's copper, we have the light bars on both sides. A large black Ford logo, front-facing camera. This grille is dressed up in this satin black. Down at the bottom, we have this copper recovery hooks and the real skid plates that are underneath the engine, transmission, and differential. So some serious off-road protection there. Let's pop the hood open. Let's see what the optional engine is. Now, the standard engine is a 2.3-liter four-cylinder, and this is a 3-liter EcoBoost, which is twin-turbocharged V6 with 400 horsepower and 415 pound-feet of torque. It is mated to a 10-speed automatic transmission, and four-wheel drive is standard on the Tremor trim. Now, I still would like to see the hood struts instead of this ugly prop stick, but we do have some sound insulation, and we'll definitely check out the right quality and the quietness of the cabin at the end of this video. But before we get to the fun part of driving this vehicle, let's talk about the dimensions. So we have a total width of 78.9 inches. The length is 198.8. We have the wheelbase of about 119.1 inches. The total height is about 70.2 inches. It sits at about an inch higher than the regular Explorers, and we have a minimum ground clearance of about 8.2 inches, and that's because of the retuned off-road suspension. We also have the 18-inch shiny black wheels with the Bridgestone dual all-terrain tires, that 265/65 by 18, and that translates to about 31.5, so almost 32-inch tires. And then we have the matte black cladding around the wheel wells and the bottom of this vehicle, and broken up by the shiny black trim. Now, if you can see, Explorer is spelled out of it, and I love this Marsh gray color on this one. It looks really tough. It looks really rugged. Now we have the A-pillars painted in shiny black, and everything around the windows is blacked out. We also have the black mirror caps, and in the mirrors you'll find the turn signal, side view camera, blind spot assist. We also have the proximity entry on all four door handles. You can see those little lock buttons on what that means, that as long as you get close to the vehicle or you put your hand inside or touch it on the outside, you can either lock or unlock this vehicle. I could see the turn signals blinking. You can of course do that by using this traditional Ford remote. That hasn't changed. Of course, we have the lock, unlock, 2 times to start, 2 times to open the gate, panic button, and Ford right here in the back. The gas tank door is on the driver side, and here it is in the back, guys. I really like the way that these lights wrap around, especially this trim that connects them. Now it illuminates on the sides, and then it turns black. Explorer is spelled out. We also have the Tremor trim package, tow hitch with 5,000 pounds towing capacity, and some skid plates underneath here as well for that extra protection. Now the third brake light and the exposed wiper, as well as the rear view camera. I'm going to push this button twice to open the gate, and let's see how much room we have. So that's about 18.2 cubic feet of space behind the third row seat. Not the most out of the third row SUVs, but substantial amount. You have more storage underneath here. This particular one does not have the spare tire. Instead, you have this compressor and the tire repair kit. Now the seats fold down. Now they're power seats, so I press this button and both of the seats go down. That's going to extend the cargo capacity to about 47.8 cubic feet of storage, and that goes up to about 87 with all of the rows folded down. Of course, not the front row. Now let's take a look and see what we have in the third row seat. And I was looking for the cup holders, but they're actually down here. Normally they're somewhere here. We have the two USB Type-C ports, but only on the passenger on the right-hand side, and up on top you have their own vents and illumination. Let me jump inside, see if I can even fit in this third row seat. And how do you get in the third row seat? Well, two ways. One, because we have two captain chairs in here, you can just walk in between. But if you want to move this seat, there's a lever on top. You pull it up and move this seat out of the way. Let's get inside of here. And oof, that's a tiny little seat. Let me see. Get the headrest up. Now, as far as the headroom, yeah, no issues here. Now I have the vents right here. It's going to be blowing right in my face, which would be probably not ideal. But as far as the shoulder room, kind of tight in here for a 6-foot tall adult. And if I wanted to move this seat all the way back, no way. I'd have to have it like maybe up to here to even remotely feel comfortable. But that would still leave plenty of room for the passenger in the middle seat. Oh, with that said, these seats are mainly for kids anyways. And here I am in the second row seat. So let's take a look at this. First of all, the knee room, plenty of knee room. I have this seat adjusted to my regular driving position. I'm 6 feet tall, no shortage there. Shoulder room, not bad, okay, but not as comfortable as some of the other SUVs. Also, the seats are very high up. That leaves me about 2 inches of my head, which is not bad at all. There's two complaints that I have here. First of all, I feel like I'm sitting high, but still right behind the driver. So some of the SUVs have this theatrical seating where you can still see what's going on, even sitting in the back seat. That's not the case here. The second, probably the more important complaint that I have, is the positioning of this vent right here. It's directly right above my head. That would blow in my face. I'm not sure if there was anything else that they could have done. Maybe put it in the middle console, maybe put it on the side here. But that's, I mean, I haven't really tried that, but I can see that that could be an issue for me. Let's check out what else is going on the interior here. Starting with this rear door panel, we have some softer touch materials, which is nice leather wrapping on the inlay and the armrest. We have some aluminum looking trim and this kind of a three-dimensional trim right around the door handle and the speaker. Now we have a B&O 14 speaker stereo on that. That's an upgrade. And let's take a look and see what's going on as far as the seats. I love the coloring of the seats and the fact that it's all leather on the sides and kind of suede in the middle. Tremor, that's the trim that we have. Of course, nicely embroidered in the seats. The seats are fairly comfortable, a little bit on the firmer side, but not uncomfortable at all. And then we have the slight bump right in the middle. Of course, the pass-through to the third row seat. In the middle console, we have your own climate control. However, not the electronic climate control, so you can kind of guess the temperature, I think, right? We have to turn it on, turn it off. We have the heated seats, no ventilated seats in the back. And we also have the power outlet, 2 USB Type-C, and 2 cup holders for smaller drinks, I guess. Now, grab handles on the side, and then let's see what's going on in the front. Start with the sound of the closing door from the outside. Boom. That is nice and solid. Okay, let's see what's going on. The front door panel, basically what we had in the back with the addition of memory seat settings. We have 3 memory seat settings. We also have the mirror window lock control and now this B&O speaker here. More storage in the door, another speaker Explorer on the door sill, and we have the power adjustment on the seats with the 4-way lumbar support. The seats are nicely bolstered on the side. They are much more comfortable than the back seats. And let's see, on the left hand side of the steering wheel, we have the ability to open the gate You also have the light control, the dimmer control, and right here you can see that the Explorer started in 1991. So it's been a while since the Explorer was introduced. Now let me jump inside. I'll show you the rest of this interior. Well, let's start with the sound of the closing door from the inside here. Boom. And let's see what's going on. Now, this is the interior of this 2026 Ford Explorer Tremor. This is definitely not the same interior as in 1991. Definitely not the same, even as in 2024. Now, as you can see, we have the B&O as far as the stereo system, the speakers, 14 speakers. Explorer is spelled out, and I like the variety of here. You have this speaker cover essentially over here. Now, we have the soft touch material on top of the dashboard. We have the leather trimming with this copper contrast stitching, so it's looking really good. Now we have this large 13.2-inch screen, no head-up display, and I think this one is as loaded as it can be. So if you are looking for one, I'm not sure if that's available or not, but we have a steering wheel that's flat at the bottom, thicker in the right places. We have some golf ball texture, contrast stitching, really good to the touch. So as far as the buttons on the steering wheel, we have the cruise control, adaptive cruise control, volume control, mute button, lane keep assist. On the right hand side, you have the menu button, up and down, back, and then we have seek, track, phone pickup for hang up and voice control. We have the pedal shifters in the back, the regular stocks, one for the turn signals and one for the wipers here. Now it's time to start it up. Let me see if it does it again. Not really. Boom. Let's start it up. Let's see what's going on. So we have the fully digital instrument cluster, 32 miles to empty, plenty of time for us to do a short test drive. And then we have the digital instrument cluster, right hand side speedometer, a left hand side tachometer. In the middle, you see this Explorer that we're sitting in right now. And then we also have them 1.9 miles per gallon. Oh, I forgot, we didn't even talk about that. 19 is average on this V6, 17 in the city, 22 on the expressway, so not the greatest gas mileage, but kind of give up a little bit of the gas mileage to get more power. What else we have? Let's take a look at the menu. My view, trip, fuel, status information, vehicle maintenance, audio, phone, speedometer, and kilometers. If you cross the border to Canada or Mexico, they use kilometers, as most of the rest of the world. My view, calm view, driver assistance, map view, fuel economy, trip 1, trip 2, tire pressure, off-road, temperature gauges, trailer lights, status, seat belts. Okay, that's what we have. Go back here. This is your instrument cluster. Now this is your infotainment system. 13.2-inch screen. Get this fan going a little bit. Just kind of got a little too hot in here. Nice, bright, visible. This is your home screen. If you want to open maps, you see that there's a screen on top of it. I'm just gonna remove it and then put it back after I'm done. Okay, but it's nice. Google Maps. Okay, so this is your Google-based infotainment system. You go to settings, turn on location mode. Next. This is the first time anybody done that, so trust me, it's not gonna happen every time that you turn on the vehicle, but let's take a quick look. So here's your home screen, here's your maps, add phone, of course, wireless Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. As far as the sources for the radio, AM, FM, Sirius XM, Bluetooth, audio. So you have all that is available for you. Back to the home screen, and this is basically what we have. Vehicle, ambient lighting. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 colors of ambient lighting, and it kind of shows you of where the light will be on. Now this is right now at the brightest settings. I'm trying to see if I can see the lights peeking through somewhere here. No. Maybe the blow on. Okay, they should be all around here. I'm not sure why they're not glowing underneath here. Even at in the daytime, that should be visible. Anyways, well, maybe something is not working here. Well, let's go back from here. We have seats as far as the seat positioning. Okay, so you have the lumbar support and you have massage seats. All right, so I didn't even know that it has it. circulate cushion, upper rolling, lower rolling, relax, recovery, full recovery. Okay. Yes, this feels really, really good. And this is one of the features that is not available in many vehicles. So that's, definitely something that makes the Ford stand out. Hill descent control, of course, if you are going down the hill, and that 30-minute max idle, rear occupant alert, lighting key detection alert. All right, so plenty of setups here. So Google Maps, you can go to the Play Store and install your favorite apps, like YouTube, for example, which is installed. So you can watch your favorite Matt the Carguy videos. And then you have towing, 5,000 pounds towing capacity. You can add the trailer. Let's see what the aids, trailer connection checklist kind of guides you of what to do while you're towing something. Hotspot, software update, settings, games, record feedback, owner's manual, Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. That's all in there. What I want to see is the rear view camera, and that's nice, visible. Okay, we can see the top-down view, and does it have the trajectory lines on the sides, on the top, right? No, it doesn't. Let's see if it's in the settings. No, I only have like 2 different options or 3 different options for the camera angles. So yeah, kind of something I wish that was also available is the trajectory lines from the top-down view. And as you can see, this is really nice. It gets distorted as it goes further out in the back, but not bad at all. And then you can zoom it in and zoom it out. So definitely helpful. What else we have as far as the infotainment system down at the bottom? You have your climate control settings. And surprisingly, there's no physical controls for the climate control. So they're only available right here in this screen, which I kind of wish that there was another buttons for the climate control settings that are available. We have the volume and power knob. We also have the ability to turn off the engine start stop feature, park assist, hazard lights. There's your camera view. There's the front view camera. Okay. You have the traction control off. And then right here, I believe those are all the configure my view. That's what it is. Those are usually the safety settings on the vehicle. Now we have a little shelf underneath and then more storage. Now, is this the wireless charger? No, doesn't seem like it. We have 2 USB, one C, one A, regular 12-volt power outlet. Here's this circular rotating knob to change your gears. Oh, and by the way, you can see a little bit of that light, I guess, peeking through here. So maybe the ambient lighting is on, but again, I can't see it. Drive modes. Okay, so here's another feature that's different than the Timberline. We have now a dedicated, like an off-road mode that's been redone completely, and because we have a different suspension, so that's more capable, rough, uneven, mixed terrain. Other drive modes: slippery, normal, eco, sport, and tow. Let's put it in sport for this test drive. I'm just going to leave it like this. Okay, and then we have 2 cup holders, and then another little shelf, more storage with the 12-volt outlet here as well. I'm really surprised. Maybe there's no marking anywhere that this is your wireless charger though, but it would make sense if it was, right? Okay, so this is the interior. Before we get out of here, there is also a home link system for your garage door opener, sunglasses holder. Of course, don't forget to show you the big panoramic sunroof. Okay, and is this fixed? So it is a fixed panoramic sunroof. It does not open. This is a moonroof. That's just a fixed glass. All right. Probably, you know what? I don't mind it because, I'm one of the people who don't use their sunroof at all, but letting some light into it, that's nice. So that's just letting some light, no air, right? You have to open the windows for that. One touch operation, and then we have the LED lights. As far as the visors, illuminated mirrors in the visors here. And here's the interior of this 2026 Ford Explorer Tremor. Let's talk about pricing and take it for a spin. I have this pulled up on Ford's website. Different trim levels available for the Explorer, starting with the Active 100A. I believe these are the commercial ones, starting at $38,465. Active 40,585. ST line 45,155. Tremor 48,465. ST at 54,905, and Platinum at 50,965. So ST is more than the Platinum, but it comes standard with the 6-cylinder engine, and the Platinum, once you add that onto, it's going to become the more expensive one. Let's build this Tremor right here because it has a lot of options. On total MSRP on this particular one, over $64,000. Now it comes standard with the 4-wheel drive, but it also comes standard with the 2.3-liter engine. So if we get rid of the 2.3-liter EcoBoost and we go with the 3-liter EcoBoost, the price goes up by $11,850 because it's part of the Ultimate package. So the Ultimate package, in addition to this, has the moonroof with fixed glass. We have the B&O sound system with 14 speakers, multi-countered front seats, auto-dimming rear view mirror, driver's seats with memory seats, third row power fold. Then of course we have the 110-volt power outlet, inflator kit, delete a spare tire. So, okay, so $11,950 includes the engine and a whole bunch of other options. Now, in addition, this particular one also has the Marsh gray color, and that's $495. It has a Blue Cruise equipped with a 1-year plan. And then we also have the connectivity package, $745, Sirius XM 3-year plan at $300, roadside assistance kit at $80. You know, the destination and delivery charge at $16.95. Total MSRP $64,125. I'll post everything in the description of this video so you know what I'm looking at. But I gotta tell you, at $64,000, it's not a cheap vehicle. Let's see how it drives. Now, I've driven the ST with the same EcoBoost engine, the 3-liter EcoBoost. It drove really, really nice. Or who's the Tremor for? You know, I guess it's for families who are looking to, in addition to having a 3-row family SUV, they want to go out, they want to go off the beaten path. Maybe they have a cabin somewhere up in the mountains. They just need to get to it without worrying. So yes, this off-road tuned suspension, it probably won't let you climb rocks at Moab or you know, go in the water of 3 feet deep. That's where you have like Broncos for, or maybe they have F-150 Raptors. But this one is kind of like a diet Raptor, if you will, right? I mean, it's not as capable, but it's still pretty cool. What I like about this Tremor package is the looks. The looks are kind of badass. I mean, I got to tell you, a very good-looking vehicle. Love that Marsh gray color, this color combination, the interior of it, everything kind of flows. And drives good. I mean, it have a good visibility, decent size mirrors. Kind of wish it had this rear view camera mirror. If we're loading it up with the electronics, let's add one more, and you know, that's gonna be much better in my opinion. So we have all the safety equipment, just like on the regular Explorers. We have a good look of the vehicle. We have the very powerful engine, 400 horsepower. You know, that's definitely a nice addition to this vehicle. But $11,000, at almost $12,000 package to upgrade that. That's steep as well. Let me stop right here because we have this open road. I'm not going to do like full 0 to 60, but we'll see how it accelerates. Let's step on it. I tell you, 55 miles. Yeah, it goes quick. Nice. It's got a good sound to it. You know, the many manufacturers are going to the 4 cylinders, almost all of them. And, you know, it depends on what you're looking for, because, you know, at $64,000, the choices are opening up. You can get a base Tahoe, you can get a base Expedition, you can get, you know, a lot bigger vehicle for that if room is what you're looking for. And Tahoe comes standard with a V8, right? Now, if you're looking for a family cruiser, you know, the domestic options, of course, we have the Jeep Cherokee, Jeep Grand Cherokee. They're available with the more powerful engine. So this is kind of a direct competition to it. And then, of course, we have the Chevy Traverse or the GMC Acadia. We also have the Buick Enclave. They all kind of went to this typical, family vehicle, 4-cylinder. They added much more room to it, so they're bigger. But it's if you're looking for like a tougher truck, they're definitely not that. And of course, in the Japanese or Asian market, you have the Palisade that's brand new, Telluride that's coming to be redesigned, Grand Highlander, Passport, CX-90, Nissan, Pathfinder. So plenty of choices. Well, back at the dealership, guys, thanks GoPro for overheating. So I was talking to myself for the last few minutes, but let's sum it all up really quick. So what I like about this 2026 Ford Explorer Tremor, well, I like the powertrain. I know it's a very expensive option to add to this, but at least it's available, and the 400 horsepower definitely is something that you don't find in many of the competitors. Also, the look of it, the overall look of this vehicle, I think it stands out, and it's one of the best looking vehicles in its class, especially when you're considering like this off-roady trim. Now, certain manufacturers just putting the badges on it and a little bit bigger tires, and that's it. With Ford, they retuned the suspension, they reworked the suspension, they put the skid plates underneath it, they reworked the four-wheel drive system. We have the Thorsen limited slip differential on it. We have this more powerful engine on this particular one. So yeah, I mean, this definitely is the vehicle that can be taken off the beaten path. And it looks great. It's got that technology in here. There are a few shortcomings in my opinion. I don't like the positioning of the vents in the back. When I sit, I feel like they're gonna just blow straight in my face, and that would be an ideal situation. Also, I would like to see the controls for the climate control separate from the infotainment system somewhere at the bottom. I can't find the wireless charging, which I use constantly on my vehicle. Just throw the phone on it and forget about it. So I mean, that's something that I would like to see improved on it. Other than that, to each their own, right? You might like it, you might not like it. And that's what I want to ask you. What do you think about this 2026 Ford Explorer Tremor? Would you buy it? Would you go for something else? Maybe you would opt in for the regular 4-cylinder one, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I hope this video is helpful, and I hope you learned something about this brand new 2026 Explorer Tremor. And with that said, guys, if you want to see more automotive content like this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you like anything about this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.